Welcome back to Harmonious Spaces. You know, we're all about making your house a home. And not just any home, but like a home that just radiates good vibes.
Right.
And we can thank Vaastu Shastra for that.
Exactly.
But before we dive in, I want to quickly give a shout out to our sponsor for this season, SOS Realty.
Yes.
Now, these guys aren't your average real estate agents, okay? They're more like Vaastu whisperers, seriously.
Yeah.
They could find those properties that just hum with positive energy, you know what I mean? So if you're looking for a home that's totally in sync with the cosmos and everything, SOS Realty is the way to go.
Absolutely.
And you know what? You can find them on LinkedIn. Just search SOS Realty, super easy.
Yeah.
They'll help you find that dream home that just vibrates with good energy.
That's right. And you know, in our last episode, we just kind of touched on Vaastu Shastra.
Yeah.
But now we're going deeper, like way deeper into the heart of it all.
Yeah.
To meet the Vaastu Purusha.
Ooh, the Vaastu Purusha.
Yes.
Okay, so imagine this. All right, you had this cosmic being, like this force of nature, who's basically the energy blueprint of any space we build.
Yes.
Kind of a wild concept, right?
It is.
But that's the Vaastu Purusha.
Yeah, and it's not just some abstract idea, you know?
Right.
This is a powerful energy force that can affect your home's vibes.
Okay.
For better or worse.
Right.
So if you want to build a home that resonates with positivity,
Yeah.
the Vaastu Purusha is key.
Okay, so let's back up a little bit.
Okay.
Where did this whole Vaastu Purusha thing come from? How did this even come about?
So get this, it's straight out of Vedic mythology.
Okay.
You know, Lord Shiva, in the middle of this epic cosmic battle, he breaks a sweat.
Okay.
And boom, from that sweat, the Vaastu Purusha is born.
Wow.
Now, this guy was powerful, super hungry,
Uh-oh.
started gobbling up everything in sight.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
This is starting to sound a little bit like, you know, those fantastical stories my grandma used to tell me.
Right. You know how it is with these old stories?
Yeah.
They're more than just tales, you know?
Right.
Think of the Vaastu Purusha like a metaphor for the raw, untamed energy present in any space.
Okay, I'm starting to get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened next?
Okay.
Did the gods just sit back and watch him, like, go on this eating spree?
Well, the gods were a little concerned, you know, naturally.
Right.
I mean, imagine this cosmic being just running amok.
Yeah.
So they decided to step in, you know?
Yeah.
They wrestled him down,
Yep.
pinned him face first to the earth,
Oh, wow.
and now, in exchange for sparing his life,
Okay.
they granted him a unique ability.
Okay, what's that?
The power to influence the lives of those who build upon him.
Oh, okay, so it's kind of like, okay, we'll let you live, but you stay put, and you can influence the vibes of the places built on you.
Exactly.
It's like a cosmic deal.
What's a deal?
Wow, okay, I like it.
Yeah, it's a fascinating way to kind of understand how energy works in a space.
Yeah.
And this is where the Vaastu Purusha Mandala comes into play.
Mandala, that sounds complex.
It does, but think of it as a sacred blueprint, a cosmic grid, if you will,
Okay.
that maps the Vaastu Purusha's body onto a building plan.
Okay.
And each direction on this grid corresponds to a specific part of his body.
Okay.
And each part has its own set of attributes, energies, and even governing deities.
So, like, are you saying that if my house is aligned with this mandala, then my house is in sync with this Vaastu Purusha's energy?
Exactly. It's like designing your home in harmony with this cosmic being.
Wow.
You know, imagine building a home while keeping this divine map in mind.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
You know, I've always been fascinated by those old Havelis in Rajasthan.
Yes.
With their courtyards, and, you know, the rooms are so strategically placed. Could that be an example of Vaastu in action?
Absolutely. Our ancestors, you know, they were really in tune with nature and energy, and traditional Indian architecture often incorporated Vaastu principles. You know, the placement of courtyards for ventilation, the emphasis on east-facing entrances to welcome the morning sun.
Right.
All of these are elements that are aligned with the Vaastu Purusha Mandala.
So it's like this ancient wisdom is kind of woven into the very fabric of our traditional homes, which is pretty incredible how it stood the test of time.
It is. It really speaks to the depth and relevance of Vaastu Shastra,
Yeah.
even in our modern times.
Okay, so let's say I'm building a new house, or even just rearranging my current one.
Yeah.
Where do I even begin with this? Like, where should the main entrance be, according to Vaastu?
Well, remember, the entrance is like the mouth of the Vaastu Purusha.
Okay.
So placing it in a direction that invites positive energy is crucial.
Right.
And northeast or east are considered the most auspicious.
Makes sense, just like how most temples in India have east-facing entrances, right?
Hey.
Welcoming the rising sun, the source of all life and energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like starting your day on a positive note, with all that good energy flowing in.
It's about aligning yourself with those natural rhythms of the universe, you know?
Yeah, totally.
So when you're house hunting or planning a renovation, take note of where that main entrance is located.
Right.
It could make a world of difference.
Okay, that's fascinating. So like the direction of the entrance is like setting the tone
Yes.
for the energy flow of the whole house.
Exactly. Think of it as setting the stage for a grand performance.
Oh, okay.
You want the entrance to just draw in all that positive energy and set the right vibe,
Got it. Okay, so the entrance is sorted. Now, what about the placement of rooms within the house?
Right.
Does each room have a specific designated spot according to the Vaastu Purusha?
Oh, absolutely. Just like the entrance, each room corresponds to a different part of the Vaastu Purusha's body.
Okay.
It's like your house is a microcosm of this cosmic being.
Okay, so like if I were to place, let's say, my noisy home theater right above the kitchen, would that disrupt the energy?
You got it. The kitchen, for example, represents transformation and nourishment.
Right.
So it's best placed in the southeast, which is the zone of fire and energy, governed by Agni, the fire god, and Venus, the planet of creation.
Got it. Okay.
Putting it elsewhere could lead to imbalances. Just imagine trying to cook this delicious meal while someone's blasting Bollywood music right above you.
Oh, yeah. Total chaos. It would totally, kill the vibe.
Yeah.
So where would you put, a peaceful space?
Right.
Like a prayer room or, like a meditation corner?
The northeast, the head of the Vaastu Purusha,
Okay.
that's the most sacred zone.
Okay.
It's ideal for prayer, meditation, or even a study, Think of it as a space where you can connect with your inner self and higher energies.
Right.
This zone is governed by Jupiter, the planet of wisdom, and Ketu, which represents spiritual enlightenment.
That makes sense. Like a place of peace and quiet, a headspace should be.
Ex-
Now, where would the master bedroom ideally be?
Southwest,
Okay.
the feet of the Vaastu Purusha.
Okay.
It represents stability and grounding, perfect for rest and rejuvenation.
Huh.
This zone is governed by Rahu and Maruti, who embody stability and discipline.
So, I'm getting this right. A bedroom in the northeast would be like sleeping on top of a volcano. All fiery and restless energy. And whereas in the southwest, it's like being cradled in a calm, grounded space.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And then the northwest, which represents movement and change, a guest room or a storage space would be ideal.
Okay.
It's governed by Vayu, the wind god, and the moon, symbolizing change and flow.
Makes sense. You don't want your guests to feel stagnant, right?
Right.
And this kind of brings me to my next question. What happens if, let's say, someone built their home completely ignoring all of these Vaastu guidelines?
It's like wearing mismatched shoes, You can still walk, but it's not going to be the most comfortable or efficient experience.
Right.
Ignoring Vaastu principles can create energy blockages. It's like a choked drain pipe,
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily mean bad luck,
Right.
but it can lead to imbalances in various aspects of life.
Okay. Can you give us some real world examples?
Yeah.
Because I think our listeners would really relate to that.
Well, I've heard stories of families that are constantly bickering because their living room, the space for connection and harmony, was placed in a zone of conflict.
Oh, wow.
Or a business struggling because their office entrance, the mouth of the Vaastu Purusha, was facing a direction that just invited obstacles rather than opportunities.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
It really makes you think twice about the layout of your space and how it might be affecting your life.
It does. And in our modern lives, with all the hustle and bustle, creating a harmonious home environment is more important than ever.
Absolutely. It's like finding that perfect balance.
Yes.
Between the ancient wisdom of Vaastu and the demands of modern living.
Exactly. By aligning our living spaces with these principles, we can create homes that nurture our well-being and support our dreams. Speaking of which, if you're looking for some expert guidance in finding a property that aligns with your aspirations, connect with SOS Realty through LinkedIn.
Yes.
They can help you find a home that's not just a house, but a sanctuary for a balanced and fulfilling life.
Totally. And for our listeners who want to kind of explore this fascinating world of Vaastu even further,
Yes.
we have a curated list of resources in the episode description.
Yes, we've got insightful books like the Vaastu Workbook by Talavane Krishna, a great starting point for beginners.
Okay.
And Vaastu, the Indian Art of Placement by Rohit Arya, for those who want to dive deeper into the philosophy behind it all.
Right, and for a different perspective on energy and personal spaces, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle is a great read. It helps you connect with the present moment, which is really important in creating a harmonious living space.
It is.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for some practical tools, we've got recommendations for Vaastu yantras, these beautiful geometric diagrams believed to harmonize energy flow.
Okay.
And the ever popular Himalayan salt lamps.
Yeah, those are nice.
They not only create a warm ambience, but are also believed to purify the air and enhance those positive vibes.
Right, so remember, you can find links to all these resources in the episode description.
Yes.
Be sure to check them out and see what resonates with you. Now, before we wrap up this segment, I've got a question.
Okay.
What about those who live in apartments? Can Vaastu principles still apply in these modern settings?
That's a great question. It's a common misconception that Vaastu is only for independent houses. In reality, these principles can be adapted and applied to any space,
Right.
even a small studio apartment.
So it's like finding ways to kind of optimize the energy flow within the space you have.
Exactly. It's about working with what you've got, Even small changes, like decluttering, adding some plants, or
Yeah.
strategically placing mirrors can make a big difference in the overall energy of your apartment.
So it's not about like tearing down walls or making drastic changes. It's about making conscious choices,
Yeah,
to create a more harmonious space.
exactly. And remember, Vaastu isn't just about the physical layout.
Right.
It's also about intention and awareness.
That makes sense. If you fill your home with love and laughter and positive vibes, that's going to create a good energy flow,
Exactly.
regardless of whether your kitchen is perfectly aligned with the southeast or not.
You hit the nail on the head. It's about creating a space that feels good to you, a space that nurtures your soul and supports your well-being.
So it's like a blend of ancient wisdom and modern practicality, working together to create a home that's truly a sanctuary.
Exactly. And while we've given you a taste of Vaastu in this episode, remember this is just the beginning.
Right.
There's so much more to explore.
Yeah.
In our next episode, Directions Decoded, Unlocking Energy Flow.
Ooh.
We'll be diving deeper into the significance of each direction
Okay.
and how you can harness their energies to enhance your life.
It's like unlocking a secret code to create a home that's in perfect sync with the cosmos.
Exactly.
I'm already excited for the next episode.
You too.
And before we wrap up, one last reminder to our listeners: if you're looking for expert guidance in navigating the real estate world with Vaastu principles in mind,
Yeah.
do reach out to our sponsor, SOS Realty, through LinkedIn. They can help you find that perfect space that aligns with your aspirations and supports your journey towards a more harmonious life.
Absolutely. And as always, remember that the information we share today is for informational purposes only.
Right.
If you're looking for personalized guidance based on your specific needs and the unique energy of your property, it's always best to consult with a certified Vaastu expert.
Yeah, you can easily find a qualified expert in your area with a quick internet search. So many resources are available these days.
Yes.
And with that, we've reached the end of our exploration of the Vaastu Purusha.
Remember, whether you live in a sprawling bungalow or a cozy apartment, the power to create a harmonious living space lies within you.
Thank you for joining us on Harmonious Spaces. Until next time, may your homes be filled with positive energy and boundless joy.